Today on 365 Things to Do in Boulder City, Meet the Locals, we meet Mr. Vincenzo or Vinny Cimino, owner of Vinny's Little Italy restaurant in Boulder City and soon opening in Mesquite. Every great community has people whose passion goes far beyond the work they do, and Mr. Cimino is one of those people. As the owner of Vinny's Little Italy restaurant in Boulder City and soon Mesquite, Vinny has built more than a successful restaurant. He has created a place where friends and family gather, neighbors connect, and every guest is treated like family. Known for his authentic Chicago style pizza, warm hospitality, and a commitment to quality, Vinny has become a familiar and respected face in our community. His dedication to serving a great food is matched only by his appreciation for the people who support local businesses. Just join us today as we know the man behind the pizza, learn about his journey, discover what brought him to Boulder City, and hear the stories that have shaped both his business and his life. This is another opportunity to celebrate one of the people who's helped make Boulder City such a great place to live, work, and visit.
Hi, I'm Chris Bertoli with 365 Things to Do Boulder City. I'm here with Vincenzo Cimino. Him and his wife Tina started Vinny's Little Italian Restaurant here in Boulder City. I'm really happy to meet you again.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
What made you get started here in Boulder City with this?
You know what, about 20 years ago, my brother's been in Vegas for a long time, and about 20 years ago, we just kept driving because he had a restaurant in Golden Valley and Kingman area. So I kept going, coming through Boulder City. I said, wow, there's a nice little town. But at the same time, I had a bunch of restaurants back in the Chicago area, so I figured it's probably not going to happen. So more and more I came to visit them, the more and more I came through this town, and I said, I'm going to come here someday. And in 2008, we actually opened up another place called Mama Cimino's, where the chicken shack is now. And I put it all together, and I said, I'll be back to opens, to take over. And it didn't happen because I had all the restaurants back in Illinois, and I couldn't sell them all at a rapid pace. So, but then I said, you know what, 2012 came, and he was going to close. But I didn't want that location because I wanted to dine in and everything. So I told, at the time, I think he was a realtor, his name was Neil. I said, just look for some places for me, and he did. And he said, I got one for you, and it was over down the street here in the parking lot where Chili Jilly's is. And we were there, and we opened, and, it was just more the charm of the town, and it was a small town, and I just figured, I've already done the bars, the big cities and everything, so I wanted to just kind of like bring my whole family here. We have a family of 5 kids, and I said, let's try this out. My wife didn't even know what Boulder City was, so, the first night she came here, she says, oh, where did you bring me? You know what I mean? In the middle of nowhere, because, you think Las Vegas, you think Nevada, you think the big bright lights and stuff, so you came here and she says, oh, wow, there's a nice little town. So we settled in 2012, and since then we've just been giving back to the community. The community gives back to us, and we appreciate it.
And I've noticed that you give back to the community a lot. You're very popular here in the community.
Oh yeah.
You were one of the first restaurants we came to when we moved here from 8 years ago.
Right.
So it's a great place, and I hear you're opening another one in Mesquite.
Yeah, we're doing, and that's another story because 13 years, well, almost 14 since we've been here. When they come here, the sports teams would always come here, and they'd stop at our restaurant and eat, and all the coaches would say, "Oh my God, your food is so great. We have nothing, even to compare with this, and it's amazing. Have you ever thought about doing another place?" And at the time, you don't think about that. You just focused on this. So as time went on, the teams kept coming, the coaches kept saying it, and the parents. And I just, one day we went up there and take a ride to St. George. So we stopped at Mesquite, and I said, let's take a ride around here. And it's a nice, it was a nice town. And similar to Boulder City, but it's growing and it's, bigger. So I said, you know what, this might be a good town someday. So anyway, at the same time, I had some customers come in from, Mesquite. Then I found out they were from Mesquite. They had the food and they wanted to meet me, and they said, is there a Vinny? And I came out and I said, hi, how are you guys? And they said, your food is amazing. If you came to the town we're in, you'd really do really well. And I said, let me guess. And he said, Mesquite. And then I said, what is going on with this? So Mesquite kept coming in my, but so then I had him do some research, and we went down there to look at some places and everything. And it worked out where I found this one. You know, it's a build out, so I'm building it from scratch.
And it opens when?
We're hoping at the end of August, so that's what we're pushing for. But you know, with the restaurant business, things change.
We're not going to lose you here in Boulder City.
No,
though, are
no.
we?
My wife is going to run this one. I'm going to come back and forth, and then I've got family from Chicago that came in to help and stuff, and you know. But you know, we just going to keep them both going. Like I said, I've had 7, 8 restaurants at one time. So. I mean,
And you deliver here in Boulder City, right?
we deliver. It's free delivery. I mean, I don't know if people know that, but
Well,
it is.
I
free.
do.
It is free delivery, and you know, we offer the pickup, the dining room, everything. So.
Well, I know we order a lot to
Yeah.
have it delivered to
No, I
home.
appreciate that, and then you know.
And we love coming here, and it's really nice talking to you.
No,
Vinny.
you guys too, and it's you know, you guys do a great thing for this city and this town, and keep doing what you're doing because I know it's you know out of love in your heart that you're doing it for it because you want to see this community, you know, be, you know, grow and prosper and everybody just love each other and you know support each other.
It's
And-
mostly Jack, but
No, that's
okay.
all right. Jack's a great guy, and Jack keeps going. That's what keeps him going.
That's what
So,
keeps him going.
100, you know, when he turns 100, we'll do this again.
Oh, no, maybe way before then, Vinny. Really nice
So,
talking
no,
to you. Nice
too.
talking to you.
Thank you so much, you guys.
Okay.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Vinny.
it. You got it. Thank you.